Welcome to the show. You know where you are, Expert Talk, or as I like to call it, the 9 at 9 with me, Tigo. And today we're talking about real estate. We're talking about what's going on in the market. We've got our good friend Jennifer Hammond coming up, so sit right there. We'll be right back.
Expert Talk is sponsored by Pod Nation TV, the podcast to broadcast network.
Hey, I have a quick question for you. Do you want a professional agency to handle all your video creation, syndication, and monetization needs? Here at Melrose 11, we specialize in getting you the results you need to help you grow your business by generating new leads, driving more traffic, and closing more sales without breaking your bank. We create animated explainer videos, social teasers, catchy intros, full HD commercials, and even viewer interactive videos. So, if you're looking to elevate your brand, or attract more leads, generate more sales, increase traffic, or build up more exposure for your business, then you've definitely come to the right place. Our professional team will develop your video campaigns at an affordable price, with our fast turnaround times, and a quality of work that can't be beat. We look forward to working with you.
Hey, as you guys know, I'm in Las Vegas, and the real estate market has been bananas. It hasn't mattered if we were shut down, if we were fully open. People are doing virtual tours. Houses are getting 5 and 6 and 10 and 11 offers. It's absolutely nuts. So I thought we got to get our real estate expert on, and she's going to tell us what the heck is going on in the market. Jennifer Hammond, are you out there?
Yay! I'm so excited to see you.
I'm so excited. I should have introduced you as the Yay Lady, because that's what we know you are, is the Yay Lady. How are you?
Start with the yay.
How are you in this new year? I mean, you're sitting in heaven. I'm looking at this water behind you, and I just want to go fishing.
Well, it's Florida. Of course, you should come fishing in Florida. You know, we still have absolutely beautiful weather in Florida, which I think is why so many people keep moving down here. This place is amazing. And I grew up in Key West, so I'm an island girl. I'm used to having beautiful sunsets, beautiful sunrises, and of course, incredible homes. We all love incredible homes and waterfront, which is why I wanted to come and be by the water to do this interview with you and just share this incredible feeling of being by the water, how wonderful it feels, whether it's the middle of January or when it is. It's just an incredible time to be here.
There's some people in like Colorado or my hometown, Chicago, that are not loving us right now, because in January, it is definitely not sit by the water weather. I'm just going to put that out there. So before we get the hate mail, let's talk about this market thing, because if you're in Florida, it's got to be as crazy as Vegas, right?
It is. It's crazy. And people are putting multiple offers for sure. But I will tell you, the sign of the times is that we're starting to see price reduced, price reduced, price reduced. And it's not the whole market yet, but you're going to see a change. I want to say a shift and a change. That's a shame. You're going to see a shift in the market this year. It's going to change in a lot of ways, and each market's going to be different. So you want to make sure you're talking to your real estate professional, whoever that is in your market. It's really important to understand what's happening and what are the nuances. And so one of the first things you want to see is how many times are you seeing price reductions? That's one of the big indicators that there is a shift in the happening in the market. And this is a great time to be a seller. It's not such a fun time to be a buyer.
Okay, but if there's price reductions, wouldn't it start shifting towards a buyer? I mean, that means there's too many products out there, right? Isn't that why they start doing price reductions?
Well, the thing is it started that people started to get a little extra happy about their price. And so it kept going up and up and up and up. But you know, you can't continue to keep going up. At some point, the price has to come down, because if the price doesn't come down, guess what? First-time home buyers cannot get in the market. And then again, nobody can move up. So even the person who's the first-time seller and wants to go to the next place, none of that matters if they can't actually get out of their place because nobody wants to buy it. So you can only go
Ah,
so high with your price. You have to remember, we're all tied together.
ah. Okay, so if you're selling, it's still a good time to sell, but kind when it comes to the pricing. You can't lose your mind. Is that across the country, or is that in hot markets like Nevada and Florida, and California?
It's across the United States, all over the United States. The biggest difference, though, to know is in smaller markets, you might not see it. Like the change is starting in the hot markets. You can see the change right away. It is so apparent, so fast.
Mm,
Whereas in a market where it's like a smaller town or something, you might not see it as fast. So just keep your ear to the market, keep an eye on what's going on, and talk to the real estate professional in your area, because one of the things that's most amazing is we know week in and week out, we're looking at the statistics. How many things have there had an offer put on it? How many things has it gone all the way past all of the contingencies? And then how many things have actually gone to closing past that finish line? And that it's very big indicators to what's going to happen in a market, and what's already, you're kind of even looking back 30 days to see what
wow.
were people making decisions about 30 days ago, like back in December when it was brr in the middle of the holiday season. What were they thinking about? That's different.
Yeah, they were thinking about the new year, thinking they were going to sell their house like this. And then here comes Jennifer Hammond saying, you might want to be realistic about your price. So if you're selling or if you're buying in this market, how do pick the right real estate agent? Because in Vegas, there's tons of them. You don't know who to pick and what questions to ask.
So, one of my free resources that I love to give away, and I know you have a wonderful link for this, is Ask 17 Questions. You want to interview a real estate agent, and there's 17 aspects. I know we don't have enough time today in our very short interview, but there's so many questions you want to ask a real estate agent. So number one, the most important part is don't just take the first referral that somebody gives you. Actually interview a real estate agent and see if they're a good fit for your needs, because our needs constantly change. And if you're not looking at what's good for you, for this particular buy or this particular sell, because it all changes and it changes so fast. So make sure you're interviewing the real estate agent, making sure you're doing it in a new unit of time for
Okay.
this market, and that you're not just using, because you might have a real estate agent you used before and it might not be the right one for this time. So
Ooh.
don't just assume. Interview your real estate agent and ask the right questions. You can have that free resource.
Okay, you guys, you know how to get this resource. You go to tigodirect.com. She's one of our VIP experts. She's our real estate expert inside show notes as well. So just go there, look for Jennifer's picture, and she will have a link there. We'll make sure there's a link there for you to get those 17 questions. I've actually read them all. It taught me a lot. So you really want to check that out before you get into the market. Now, if it was you, Jennifer, or one of your clients, would you recommend them as a seller or buyer to even start in January? Or should they wait a little bit further in the year?
Well, I think January is a great time to buy. It's not necessarily a good time to sell, but it depends on your market. Because, for instance, if you're in a market with this town, like a ski town, it might be a great time. So
Mm.
it depends.
Okay, so you said January, if if you're in Colorado. I actually lived in Denver for a while back in the 80s. It might be a great time to sell your home right now, but it's also a great time to just kind of go out and look virtually and start making plans, right? Because later on in the year, we're going to talk about being a new home buyer and all that kind of stuff, correct?
And that's the thing is now you've got to remember, the one thing that really changed for us is, this pandemic made us go online to virtual tours, virtual open houses, all sorts of things virtual that we had never done before. And it's so
Right.
much fun now because you can start online and see houses you probably never would have done. And again, save so much time. So start online with all of your touring of houses and have fun. I think it's just like eye candy. Why not?
Well, like we said, Jennifer's, she's family. You guys know that. She's my little sis. You guys make sure you go to tigodirect.com, get those 17 questions because they really will save you a ton of time. Any other information you want to know about her social media, her websites, all of that can be found on tigodirect.com. Jennifer is one of our VIP experts every month. She's going to come and give us yet another tip. I want to thank you for hanging out with us today, and I can't wait to see what comes next month.
I can't wait. Thank you. Yay!
Hey, everybody, I hope you enjoyed this episode. You know I want you to come back next time. And as always, I'm Tigo. I'll talk to you next time.